Hello again, this is Bob Weir with the Cross Timbers Gazette, and my guests today are Richard Myers, founder of Realty Capital, and Jimmy Archie, who is the managing director with Realty Capital. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And either one of you can answer the questions. You just take it away. I'll just say, would you please tell viewers about the role of Realty Capital and how the company has managed and built the properties at Lakeside?
Okay. Bob, we were brought into the land partnership, invited in by the Stewart family in 2011. And our job is really to be the master developer. And what that means is we work on the planning, the overall development concepts for the entire property, and then we recruit the best-in-class developers to build out the project once the plan's set and approved by the town. And we also are involved with building some of the parts of the project. For instance, Jimmy's been heavily involved, and our company is building the retail, a lot of the retail and restaurant space. And then, and Jimmy recruited the movie theaters also. And then our company is doing the condominium tower, Lakeside Tower, which should start construction this summer. And so that's really our role.
All right, how much of Lakeside is built out, and how much is still to be constructed?
So Lakeside DFW is 150 acres, and to date, approximately 40 to 50% of that land area has been built out. Today, we have about 100,000 square feet of commercial space, which includes the movie house, the restaurants, the retail, and some of the service users that we have. And from a residential standpoint, we have about 650 to 700 residences have been built in the project. The zoning allows for up to 2,200 residential units, all the way from kind of a loft apartment to single-family homes to a residence in the condo towers. So we have a variety of residential types.
We have about 250 single-family homes already constructed.
250, okay, I see.
Yes.
All right, we already have some excellent dining spots at Lakeside. How many other restaurants and amenities are in the planning stage, and when do you think they'll be completed?
Sure. So we have a great base so far. I think a lot of the residents of Flower Mound have tried Carval, the prime Brazilian steakhouse.
Including my wife and I a few times, and enjoy it very much.
Thank you.
So we're proud to have them up at the front door of the project. Recently opened was Paradise Bistro and Coffee Company. It's a neighborhood breakfast, lunch, and dinner cafe bistro. From all accounts, what I hear, it's becoming a great gathering spot for breakfast for the residents of Flower Mound. And Epic Gelato recently opened as a little dessert option and coffee option in the morning for folks. Starbucks will be opening in early June over by the movie house. And then we have two other restaurant spots that have patio seating that open up to some of the public amenity space. And we're in discussions right now with two users for each one of those spaces. And so right now we don't have any specific names to announce. We should in the coming months, but one that we're looking at is a Tex-Mex concept, and that would have a very lively patio setting, and then an Italian Neapolitan pizza concept in the other space. So that's what's on the books for right now. We have land and space available for up to probably a dozen more restaurants across the 150 acres. So we're excited to keep the momentum going.
As far as the homes, what are the price range to go from? Do you have some idea of where they start, where they...
The Darling homes that the Darling home community part of Lakeside, which they almost look like townhomes, but they're single-family homes. Those are around $400,000. We have single-family homes up to about $1 million, and then we've got the Lakeside Tower, and the price of those range from about $700,000 to $3 million.
All right, how about telling us a little bit about the hotel and condos that are planned? There's a tower that's planned, and if you would take that?
Yes, we've been invited by the Stewart family to really help plan what we call the peninsula part of the property, which is the southern 30 or so acres of the property that kind of goes down to Rockledge Park. And when you combine that with the Hines property, we think it's a really exciting part of Lakeside. And I would anticipate that there seems to be some hotel developer interest already, and I would anticipate within probably a couple of years or so, we should have a hotel that would get started or be announced by then that would be firm. There's enough interest at this point that it seems like they've recognized Flower Mound and Lakeside as a good location, and if we can get our condo tower under construction, which we're planning to in June, in fact we're on the May 9th agenda at the town for final plat approval, I think that'll go a long way to letting the market see the potential of that part of the property.
How long does it take to build something like that condo tower, for example?
About 18 months.
Really?
So we're anticipating a late fall of 2017 opening.
And you have a lot of them already
Yes.
reserved?
Yes, we're about 50% pre-sold, and they are very anxious.
I'll bet. Yeah, I know some that are.
To
Yes,
get in
I
the
know.
building.
And I have to compliment Richard real quick, and one of our colleagues, Leslie Bardo, who's really been out in the field selling these units, corralling buyers and keeping them a part of the project before it's even been built for a $70 million tower in the suburbs is a huge feat, and it's a project that the town should be extremely proud of once it's built.
Yeah, I believe that too. Where can interested parties get more information on the continuing progress at Lakeside?
Yes, so we have a website that we're constantly updating with announcements, introducing new businesses, new projects. It's lakesidedfw.com. We have a Facebook page, Lakeside DFW, that we started at the very beginning of the project. Has been a key to our ability to educate the public on what's going on. So those are the two main sources, and then they can certainly call our office at Realty Capital at 469-533-4100.
Okay, and is there anything else either of you would like to add before we conclude?
I'd like to add one thing, and I'd really just like to thank the town of Flower Mound, the citizens particularly, for supporting the project. We met with hundreds of Flower Mound citizens prior to even starting the project to get their input as to what they wanted, and I think hopefully most of them would agree at this point that we're delivering a lot of what they were really asking for, and I'm really, and Jimmy is too, I'm sure, we're just delighted that the business owners that have now moved into Lakeside are delighted that they're being supported by the citizens and enthusiastically, so we really appreciate that.
Yes, about I'd say 80% of our businesses are owner-operated businesses, so I would just encourage the residents of Flower Mound to continue to support those businesses so we can continue to grow that base of businesses to offer them. And when you're in one of the businesses, ask for the owner, introduce yourself, and say hello.
Well, thank you. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being here and taking the time to provide this information to the residents of this area, and I hope that Lakeside becomes everything we are expecting it to be. Thank you very much,
Thanks, Bob.
Richard
Appreciate
Myers,
it, Bob.
and thank you, Jimmy Archie.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you for watching.